We're going to go live now.
Live!
We're live from the Studio B. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Internet. Welcome to the weekday.
It does kind of look... Oh, sorry, keep going.
No, I was just going to say welcome to the weekday. It looks like what?
Are you going to introduce yourself? Because we have those cool little things that come up.
Oh, I'm Andy. You can't see. And I'm Mike.
A little fade in.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I'm Mike.
I like to party.
Do we need to try again?
Okay, 3, 2. Hey, everybody, welcome to the weekday. This is episode 16 of the weekday. I am Mike.
I'm I'm Mike.
I'm Andy.
I'm
It's good
Mike.
to see you.
Yeah. You know what I was gonna say is it almost looks like in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Where they like pull out of the Matrix and they do the thing.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like. Where it is.
So, if you are on the internet right now, live with us on Facebook or on YouTube, or if you're watching this on demand later on YouTube or wherever you're watching this, you can see this amazing vista behind me.
White void.
It is, yeah. It's literally nothing. We have
call it the Beho
rearranged.
void.
We have really. I know kung fu now.
Yeah, it's weird.
We have rearranged the studio so that we can actually use a lot of the space. We have a lot more room for activities in here.
So much.
And I'll
yoga,
give you guys
yoga at 9.
9 activities.
No, yoga at 9.
Oh,
in
yoga
the
at
morning.
9.
Yeah.
Hot. Yeah, we do hot yoga,
yoga
here.
in here.
Yeah, it's really good for the equipment.
We call it Yo God.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. No, that was a good dad joke. Brought to you live. Hey, we are live on the internet as well. We are live in chat on Facebook and on YouTube. I'm right here on my MacBook Pro. So if you want to say something about how funny we are or how much you appreciate this content live, you can do that right now in those chats. Or if you just want to do that maybe on demand or after the fact, in the comments section or in the chat
You
somewhere.
can do that as well. We will
can
see
do that.
them. Just not at the moment that you do it.
Correct.
We will eventually see it.
Correct. Or you can email us at theweekday@bayhope.com, and we will get that and respond to you if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or such things as that. But hey, if you could see from the title, what's the title of this video right now?
Our favorite things.
That was good.
Yeah, thank you.
We started a series last week called Our Favorite Things. Last episode 15,
Right.
called Our Favorite Things. And we wanted to unburden ourselves just a little bit from the mess that 2020 has been.
I don't know what you're talking about.
2020 for Mike has been amazing.
It's just
He has loved.
nothing has gone. Everything's fine.
Everything is fine.
Everything's fine.
Cool. Awesome. Hey, we have one share. That's great.
Look at
Thank you
that.
for that. Shannon, hey, Shannon. Shannon loves watching us. Shannon,
Thanks, Shannon.
Thanks for being
Hey,
here. We really
we
appreciate
appreciate
it.
it.
Hey, how's Micah feeling, by the way? Throw it in the comments. I'd love to know. But we wanted to continue with our favorite things this week because we wanted to be a little more uplifting. And so anytime throughout this, whether you are on demand, listening, watching, or watching live with us, throw it in the comments. Let us know what some of your favorite things are. Personally, church-wise, anything, really. Doesn't matter to us. I went first last week.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first again this week, or do you want to go first?
You know what? I'm going to leave that up to you as the primary person who does this. You let me know. What do you want to do?
I want you to go first.
You want me to go first?
I want you to
well,
go
what
first.
if I want you to go first?
You literally just put it in my hands.
Oh.
I mean, you literally just got done. We can play it back if you want.
No, that's fine. I guess I'll trust you. Okay, so we do like one personal thing and then one thing for like the church, right?
In any order.
In any order.
Any order.
Well, I'll go that order. I'll go personal.
Personal and
What
then
if I
church?
have like two personal and one church?
I'll allow it.
Okay, so here's my first personal one. Obviously, with this, I don't know if you're watching, you can see this shirt. So, there we go.
It's a gray Bella canvas shirt, which are
Yeah.
the best shirts.
It just says adoption equals love. And for those of you that don't know, Andy, you know, because
What?
you are related to our sister as well.
Who? We don't have. There is no girl named Mage in our family.
That's true. So Melissa Miner, who is the experienced director
She's
here.
not related to me anymore.
And she is an incredible worship leader as well. You see her singing on the platform every once in a while and in videos and all that kind of stuff. But she is our sister. And her and her husband, Ben, that she's married to. That's why her last name is different now.
That's how.
Yeah, that's how
wait
that
a
works.
minute,
Yeah.
Jenna.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
didn't take her last name.
You didn't. So she and Ben and their awesome daughter Josie, they are entering into the process of adopting, and so they have a website that you can all go on. It's called a minoradventure.com.
A minoradventure.com.
Yes.
I can actually throw it in the chat
Oh,
right
cool,
now.
great. Andy's going to throw it in the chat for all of you wonderful people, and I think that's what it is. I think it's a minoradventure.com. And so they have these really cool
Yep.
T-shirts
A minor adventure.
that they sold to sort of help, it's not just funding, their really cool adoption story, but it's also, to be in it with them. Which I'm super excited, and if you go to that website, Melissa posts there, her and Ben's thoughts about adoption, and it's an incredible thing. and what they want to do, how they want to be a part of this upcoming child's life, and try and this story of adoption is our story as well, not you and my personal story, but as Christians, like that is our story.
Yep.
We are adopted into the family of God because of what Jesus has done for us on the cross, and they want to be that sort of life and light in the world as well, and actually, jump into that. So that's my personal favorite thing that I'm really, it's inspiring. I'm really looking forward to. I have a second one that I'm just going to throw out there real quick.
Okay.
And I know you're in on this, and I don't know who else in this room is, but if you have Apple TV Plus.
Yes.
Apple Plus TV?
Apple TV Plus. I know where you're going with
Yes.
this, and I approve.
The show Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
You need to watch Ted. Whoever you are.
Don't watch it with your children.
Well, I mean, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I mean, there's some language in it, some weird situational kind of stuff, but it is one of the more encouraging, heartwarming, life-giving shows that I've seen in a long time. And honestly, like the character of Ted Lasso is very Christ-like in a lot of, not in everything.
Nope.
There are some things that obviously we wouldn't agree with, but but in the very large sense, there's a lot of really cool arcs that his character has in the first season, and it's incredible. Like I loved every single moment of it, and it's rare, honestly. I mean, we were talking about it in the car back from lunch, but it feels strange to think that like there's so much television out there that you can watch that it's hard to find something.
Yep.
But it's an incredible show. So that's one of my favorite things as well.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Thank you.
I applaud that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get all. I think I'm going to take this. So I think it's kind of a given that there are certain things. I just hit the microphone there. Sorry about that. That there are certain things that we appreciate more than we do. And I think I speak for you when I say one of my favorite things in the world is my wife. And I don't mean that in any weird sense other than Why
would that be weird?
Well, just... You're right. It wouldn't be weird. Hi, honey. Obviously, yes, love her, and we're the whole God thing, and I could tell a million stories about how God has smushed us together. She went from being 36 and divorced with 3 children to being 36 and married to this fine, handsome young man, myself. And I went from being 30 and single to being married with 3 children at 30, just like that.
I remember that.
You were literally my best man at my wedding. Like you did the whole thing and the hug, and it was great. But God smashed us together in so many ways, and our whole family. And really, I can lump the kids in with this. But my wife proves to me consistently that she's one of my, if not my favorite thing in the world, because, like, for example, this morning, so I went out for a run, and as I do, because I love running, and I guess that counts as my second one. And she was running with a group of ladies, and she has like a running group that she is with now. Super cool. Yeah, it just started like a couple weeks ago. Super cool. So they were running the one way, I was running the other way, and she always makes it a point to like come over on the trail and give me a sweaty high five, which I love. But then I came back and I got ready for work, and I made breakfast and made lunch and everything. And I was walking out the door, and as I walked out the garage door, I saw her basically in front of our driveway with a lady that I've never met before from our neighborhood. And she was hugging her like around the neck and praying with her. And my wife consistently does this.
Yeah.
She consistently is this model of Jesus to everybody around her. She's a hairstylist. It's basically her ministry is hairstyling right now. But so I walked out and was just saying, okay, I love you. Like I'll see you later or something. And I said, who was that? And she, gave me her name and all that and said, oh, okay. Like, what can I be praying for? And, there's a woman she's pregnant and she doesn't want the baby. And so Jenna's like sitting there talking about, like praying with her saying, hey, you can't give this baby up. She wants to like, go to the clinic type thing. Sure. And not adoption. And I said, is she a believer? And Jenna went, no. Like there was no hesitation to be praying with someone who wasn't a believer. Mm-hmm. And I love that. Yeah. That is just like the model of, I'm going to say it, a Proverbs 31 woman, like willing to pray, willing to lay down her time and her effort. This woman was sweaty, gross, nasty, and they were hugging and praying. So
that's awesome.
Jenna, it's just one of just this microcosm of how awesome and how favorite you are.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Wow. Cool. That's a great one.
Sorry.
God, topper.
No, that wasn't topping. It was just like she's one of my. She's the best.
She's great.
She's the best.
I fully concur. She's great. Okay, so second thing, well, I guess third thing,
Second and a half.
Second and a half, having to do with the church. So every Christmas, we always try to do as we enter into the Christmas season, and I know there's some people who get very staunch about that all holidays need to be experienced in a linear fashion, and how dare you start even talking about Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
The day after
whatever.
Thanksgiving, yes.
Yeah. But at a church, we don't have that luxury because Christmas is always coming, and we plan for Christmas around here and start planning in advance a lot because it's a huge day for us. There's a ton of people that come. Even during COVID, we're pretty sure we're going to see like thousands of people on the campus.
Yeah.
Not to mention those that we're going to see online. And so I had this idea after going through this sort of leadership course we have here at the church and, talking about like what are some bigger projects. And we were ending in the end of August. And I was like, we have some like original Christmas songs or like original Christmas arrangements. We could do like a Christmas album kind of thing. And so, end of August into September, just really started hammering away, trying to, with the help of a bunch of people on the worship team, on staff, trying to get some original Christmas ideas, arrangements, songs, whatever. And so just last Thursday, we finished a 4-song Christmas EP that will be coming out. For all of you staunch holiday linear, what's the word I'm looking for?
Conservationists?
No, like
Concerto?
legalists or
Conservatives?
Yeah, no, not conservatives. That has a bad connotation right now.
What do you mean?
Just someone who's like almost like strictly calendarist. Let's call them calendarists.
Oh, did we just invent something? Hold on, you keep going. Calendarist.
So, for all of you people who are strict calendarists,
there is a definition.
Okay.
One devoted to the study or making of calendars.
Okay, it's pretty close.
Yeah. Okay. One who lives their life by the calendar. Okay.
So the Christmas EP is coming out the day after Thanksgiving. So right when everybody goes out and starts to get their Christmas trees, right when everybody starts breaking out the Christmas decor, and we're having our turkey leftovers or whatever, that is the day for you to go listen on Spotify, Apple Music, to download on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Music, whatever, a new 4-song Christmas EP from Bay Hope Worship,
and it's rad. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, I think I'm really proud of it. Like I think it sounds really great. I mean, again, it was a team effort. The Bay Hope Worship team, everybody on staff had a hand in it. I mean, we're going to be doing some videos for it. Mm-hmm. It's just going to be really cool. So, and it's honestly for me, for how weird 2020 has been, it's actually been kind of nice to just be doing Christmas music. Like
this is the box. I'm gonna stay in here.
I've been listening to Christmas music since August.
It smells like Christmas cookies in here.
Yeah, it's just I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
So it's not sneaking up on me this year.
I like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about this in 2 weeks, right before it goes live. It sounds awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. You're gonna see a big push from our church towards it as well. It looks awesome. It feels awesome. So kudos.
Thanks.
There you go. I'll give you my one clap. My turn, and I'm going to piggyback off of what you said anyway. And I'm going to say my favorite thing is, I can't slide this over anymore, but my favorite thing is these people here. So Andre and Kat wave. And Michael Racina. Michael Racina, wave. I can't see you because there's a thing here. I don't know, dude.
No one sees them.
That's fine. It's a in spirit thing. Yeah. And the rest of our creative team.
Yeah.
Because you said it the best. Like 2020 has been this awkward, weird, amazing thing. And the way, again, peeling back the curtain like we usually do here on the weekday, the way Bay Hope operates is there is you have your ministries team and you have your operations team and, all your teams that are put together. And then you have this creative team, which is kind of a mishmash of really 3 different teams. Mm-hmm. You have kind of the worship department and communications and kind of graphic design and website and then tech as well.
Yeah.
And then there's kind of just auxiliary pieces that are plugged in all over the place. And creative is just this sort of It's everything you see, everything you hear, everything you feel, everything, even down to smells out in the lobby. And that's what the creative team does. But there's so much more. And we've talked about this previously, and this is kind of prescient in my head right now. But when COVID hit, and we had to immediately turn on a dime as a church and transition everything to either online or whatever.
Sure.
The creative team just sort of snapped, and in a good way. And the entire team came together, 12, 15 people?
Sure.
Really-ish. And just spun the church. And it started reaching people and reaching out past its borders and doing things that we've never done before. The reason that we're in a studio with an infinity wall behind us is because of what the creative team was able to do to really kind of showcase the Lord's work throughout all of COVID. And so my favorite church thing this week is the Bay Hope creative team, because it would be a total bummer without everybody in this room and everybody on this team. But you too, Mike. It would be a total bummer without you.
Oh my gosh, that's what I was looking for.
I know.
That's what I was looking for.
I will text you all the heart emojis later.
Well, I do think it's cool just to, not that, attendance is like the be all end all, like that number, figure, whatever.
Right.
But I do think, it's worth noting that over this COVID season or whatever, we have essentially doubled our attendance, if not more, just through our reach online, which I think is not something that, like, that's something that we live for. But I do think that it does show that, like, this is reaching people, and that's something that gets us fired up. The mission here is to connect people to a life-changing relationship with Jesus.
Yes.
And we want to do that in any way that we possibly can.
Absolutely.
And we're grateful for you, for giving to this church, for being a part of what we're doing here at this church, and we hope that you join in with us on that mission as well, to connect as many people as possible to a life-changing relationship with Jesus.
Well said, Mike.
Thank you.
You've been doing this for a while, haven't you? How long you've been working here? 6 years?
It's almost 6 years. Yeah.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
It feels good. I've never worked at a place this long before, which is pretty crazy. So I got hired on my birthday in 2014.
Yeah.
So and maybe this is another story for another podcast, but I worked one shift at Starbucks.
I do want to get to this because I have one of the list of things I had was awful jobs.
Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't an awful job.
No. But I want to contrast an awful job with a good job. Yeah. Meaning like here, and so I want to hear that story.
Yeah, it all happened in literally one day.
This is called a tease. Yeah. And Donna, if you're listening, you're gonna love this story as well. But yeah, seriously, thank you everybody for joining along in on this journey with us. Continue to share everything that we're doing. Continue to like everything that we're doing. Hit the button. Obviously, like it in your heart and like it with your head as well. But hit the like button and the thumbs up and the share button.
We hope you like it, but then we also hope you click the like button.
Absolutely, because Mike was being completely 100% honest when COVID hit and everything kind of had to switch. We were reaching people that we've never reached before, and we're continuing to reach them. And so we're so appreciative of everybody that's been helping us along in this journey, and we're really kind of bullish on what's going to happen. The bull is a good one. Bull or bear? Bearish? No, bear is down. Bull is good. We are bullish. I'm not going to Google it.
Keep it going.
We are very optimistic. There we go. About what 2021 is going to hold. So we're going to kind of cut our podcast off today. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat what your favorite things are. We look forward to being with you next week. We love you, and we'll talk to you soon.
See ya.